Trump's rare earth stocks will help you retire early. This is not financial advice, but there is a rare earth company in the US that the government, the Department of Energy, took a 5% stake in the beginning of October, and the company went on a massive run. Since then, it has come down significantly. All the rare earth companies came down when Trump and Xi came to an agreement. There was some miscommunications about China not allowing rare earth exports. China has 95% of the rare earths. So the whole market, the US market, crashed on that miscommunication. It was cleared up and we rebounded. We're since then chopping around. As I'm sure you've seen in your portfolio, we've basically gone sideways for a couple months now. So now the question is, are any of these speculation names going to catch a bid, start to go up again? And it looks like this company, Lithium America, ticker symbol LAC, could have a bounce here. Again, it does have that government stake. So let's jump into a little bit about the company and a little bit about rare earth stocks and where they're at right now. It's not financial advice, but I hope this helps. Hit that like button if you like these ideas.
This is Sam Putnam. This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.
Okay, so sorry for a little choppy intro here, but this is the equity stake right here. 5% equity stake from the Department of Energy. And warrants were used to kind of sweeten the deal. So the government got a little bit extra upside from that. Warrants, if you're not familiar with them, it just means that if the stock hits a certain price, in this case, the warrant holder is the government, gets to get shares for that price. So typically what might happen is the stock can go up above those warrants. And if it goes a certain amount up, people might decide now is the time to sell. So you do have to be a little aware of that as a holder of one of these speculative companies. I mean, this is not a tiny company, but it's definitely not a big company either. So here is all of the dilution on this company. And if we look at, how likely they are to sell more shares in the market, they can. So I'm not saying that's going to cause the stock price to go down soon. We can see they raised $250 million at $8. And none of these deals have warrants involved. So I don't think the government deal is even on this sheet, in fact, unless it's directly through TD. So what you have to be careful of, though, is if this cash need is high and there's a risk, which is high, you can definitely have this amount of shares available increase significantly. So they're selling shares in the market. And what's can happen is when you have too many shares, the price goes down. So definitely important to be aware of. $8 on October 14th. We can look at the price on that day right here. So right in here, they raised that money, and then October 10th was here. So this was when the whole market went down, and then the market opened. This is Sunday. This is Monday. Shot up Monday and Tuesday. And then by Wednesday and Thursday and Friday, the stock was already down. So pretty quick round trip. Definitely a speculative move. a bet on US rare earth companies as these Chinese sort of approval controls were flexed by Xi. But it was a miscommunication. So as the market bounced back, this came out. But the point is, this was where the money was raised. All of this, I don't think they were raising money here. I think this is mostly just people who own the stock selling, not the company selling shares into the market to raise the number of shares that existed. So as that price came down, it did stabilize, and this was the point where we're seeing a bid again. I mean, we did see one here as well, but it's tough to buy into earnings. And now we're past earnings, so it's starting to get interesting again. Pretty clear opportunity where we could get above this level and start to make a move up. And if we look at the rare earth ETF, REMX, it's sort of offering a similar type of opportunity. So I think as compared to MP, which had that 400 million government stake here, and since then is selling off, and as compared to United States Rare Earths, USAR, which has been selling off and really hasn't caught a bid. I mean, you're really bottom fishing here. So I'm not sure there's even volume coming in here. I think it's pretty clear that the stock that might have the opportunity is Lithium America. And it doesn't hurt that they do have this 5% stake from the Department of Energy. This is October 1st. So 5% ownership in the form of warrants and 5% straight equity ownership. So that is the stock. That's the government connection. And if you like these ideas, hit that like button. Unless you already hit it in the beginning of the video. If you want a free course on how to buy stocks before they go up, hit that subscribe. Post that in the YouTube post section about once a month. And if you want to talk about your portfolio, head over to stockscommunity.com. You can try it out for $25 for 7 days. And I will see you in the next one.
This is Sam Putnam. This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.